What the hell? There we go. Oh, God, had my camera on backwards. Evening, folks. How's everybody out there in YouTube land this evening? Everything here on the Lily 2 is just wonderful. Absolutely just wonderful. Hey, Ms. Shar. Yes, you are. You are first in many ways. Hey, Jefferson, how you doing? Oh, let me shut that off. I don't need a fan on. Hey, Mike Mayfield, how you doing, brother? Good to see you here. Everybody's rolling in. Hey, Carla, how you doing? Hey, Patrick, hello. Yeah, not quite third Patrick, but close enough. You know, close enough. You got to be quick in this neighborhood. You got to be quick, man. So, hey, Smoking, what's going on? Hey, Frank, good to see you this evening, buddy. Glad to see you here. Oh, I'm very glad to see everybody here. So, hey, Gene, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Today has been an interesting day, to say the least. An interesting day. But I'll get into that here in a minute after everybody rolls in here for a little bit. So, hey, Gavin. Hey, Ray. Hey, James. How you doing? Jim. I'm sorry. Jim. Okay, Jim. Patrick. How was Costco? I really wasn't there very long. I ran in. I made a beeline around their laptop computer section. I just reconfirmed which computer it was that I wanted and double checked my facts and figures, and sure enough it was the one I wanted, and I got it, and I got the hell out of there. So I wasn't in Costco but 5 minutes, maybe 8 minutes at best. So been complaining. No, well, yeah, I guess in a way, Martin, yes, I've been playing computer games. I've been transferring all of my programs that I have subscribed to from my old computer and getting them all transferred and now uploaded into the new computer, because I pay, like Adobe Premiere Pro cost me $20 a month. I didn't want to have to pay $40 a month. I had to get them to transfer my subscription over and let me upload it onto the new computer, and I had to do that with that and Microsoft Office and some real estate stuff. So I had to get all of that stuff organized. So that's what I spent the bulk of today doing. So yes, in some ways playing computer games, because believe me, there was a lot of gameplay getting all that stuff done. So hello Tobo, hello Apple, Gavin, how you doing? That's the way a real man shops. Bing, bang, boom. Yep, that's right. I don't shop, man. I do all that stuff ahead of time. I do my research. I figure out what I want. I go in, I get it, and I get the hell out of there. So, Pornhub never looks so good. Yeah, I learned a long time ago, guys, I never use my laptop for porn. Never. Not that I'm a big, porn fan anyway, but I never... No, okay, Ray got deleted already. Wow, that was quick. Yeah, I never use my laptop for porn. Just a little words of wisdom for you to live by. Keep your computer air gapped from that kind of stuff, because you'll get all kinds of nasties in there. So, will we get better green screens? Yeah, there you go, Martin. I'll be able to create better greens, better green screens. Yeah. Yep, I can do that. Sure. Yep. Oh man, you guys are funny. So I have to admit, I have checked out a few videos on it, checking out the screen quality and seeing it, man, it goes to 1080p, beautiful, crisp, clear screen. I did upload some video today onto, yeah, Ray, sorry. Some of my moderators don't have much of a funny bone left anymore. The channel's been beat up by too many negative things going on, so there's not a lot of tolerance for that kind of stuff sometimes. I don't even know what it was you said, but yeah, they tend to strike quickly. So that's what the iPad is for. Okay, there you go. No, but I loaded some video up, and I did some sort of mock editing, if you will, today, just to sort of test it out. Man, it was smooth. It was fast. With my old computer, when I would edit, I would get this like stuttering effect. It would stutter because my graphics card was having trouble keeping up with the volume of 1080p video. And so the new computer doesn't have that problem. It right on through, no problem whatsoever. So I'm excited to get some of my footage loaded up and start doing some real videos for people, and do some editing and stuff and get that stuff going again. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. So there'll be some new content coming out. It is not going to happen quickly. I mean, I'm still very much underway and getting things moved, but I'm going to take advantage of rain days to do editing and stuff. So drink of the evening, mandarin orange flavored seltzer water. So yep. But I have watched a little bit of stuff. Give him a break. He just got it today. Yep, I just got it today. So I did. I'll show it to you there briefly. There you go. I was looking at some of the live footage from the Okeanos Explorer. They're now mapping some deep water areas here in the southeast U.S. So new sub here. Enjoying the vid so far. Well, thank you. Appreciate that, man. Hey, Stock. So yeah, so I've been checking out some stuff, but I'm getting a lot of my software loaded, getting some of my systems back together, trying to regenerate some of the things that I had on there before. It's a chore, it's a job. It's going to take me a month at least to get my my computer back to where I was at before, at least. So yes. Yes, I am heading out here in the morning. I'm going to be riding out the morning outgoing. I'm sorry, the incoming tide. I'm a little backwards. I'm waiting for the incoming tide tomorrow. The reason for that is I only have a very small part of Charleston to get around. I just have to go around the point here and then go around, and then I'll be moving up the river and then entering into a smaller river and then running up it. I'll be able to make very good time tomorrow morning, not with a little bit of getting around the corner. That's going to take a little bit of time to do against that current, but once I get around that current, then I should be able to shoot up the rest of the bay, up that river, and be able to make that entire length of that river, I'm hoping, before the tide changes. So that should give me a pretty good head start tomorrow in getting some distance. So I'm going to try to leave here fairly early in the morning. I'm going to have to watch conditions to see what's going on, but hopefully we can get out of here. So you have a crisp, clear picture. Excellent. Good to know. I see everything isn't backwards anymore. Okay, well, nothing in that regard has changed. Everything should still be backwards, but yes, when I make content with the computer, that won't be backwards. That's true. Santee or the Cooper River? Neither of those, actually. Hold on, I'll tell you. Let me pull up my Navionics software, and I'll tell you where I'll be going tomorrow. It'll take a minute. It's slow to load, but anyhow. So early this morning, got up, cleaned up some stuff here, went and took another hot shower first thing in the morning. That felt good. Met the Uber guy. He came quickly, man. He got here a lot faster than what I had anticipated. I'm going up Wappoo Creek. Wappoo. Wappoo Creek is the first the first creek I'm running into, and that is just off of the Ashley River. So I'm going to go up the Ashley River, which is the south side of Charleston, into Wappoo Creek, and then Wappoo Creek is going to take me over to, I don't know, over to the Stono, S-T-O-N-O, Stono River. So there you go. The Ashley to the Wappoo to the Stono. So there you know. Okay. But yeah. So I wasn't really prepared. I wasn't really prepared to. Is it really? You know, when you guys are reading stuff, is it actually showing up correctly? Did my last iPhone update actually update that correctly? I mean, if I show this, is it legible? Can you read that stuff correctly, or is it backwards? Oh, I thought it was backwards. Using the same camera? No, I'm using my iPhone just like I always have, but I just did a phone update on my phone. So you read your book titles without them being backwards. Really? Okay. Well, then I guess iPhone finally fixed that. Then that'd be awesome. So nope, using my cell phone, my iPhone. Forgot the Ashley. That should take you by the Coast Guard docks. Yep, it will take me past the Coast Guard docks. New brand. Oh, pilot. That's awesome, man. Congratulations on the granddaughter getting baptized. That's awesome. All right, white rail around. Reading backwards, I'll have to retrain myself. There you go, Adam. So anyhow, yeah. So we're going to be heading out here early tomorrow. We're going to try to make tracks tomorrow. Try to make some miles. We've been sitting here growing mold in a marina, sitting here too long. So it's time to get going, and it's time to try making some miles again. We're just a skosh over the 700 mile mark right now, so I'm really looking forward to getting that done and moving on. But before we get into all that stuff, and I've been kind of sidetracked with that conversation and your questions, I wanted to start tonight's live stream out with a great big huge thank you from me to all of you guys who have met the call and have stepped up and helped out. And I just want to tell you guys how much I appreciate that, how greatly appreciative I am of all the help from all the people that donated, especially John Dolan for him and his matching funds. It was just awesome, guys, and it enabled me to get a really, really super nice. I mean, the computer that I have right now is better than my old one. I mean, not just newer and faster, but I mean significantly better than my old computer. It wasn't hugely expensive, but it was a fair amount of money, and I bought it from Costco. Now, with that said, Gene, I wanted to touch base with, because Gene donated for me to buy the extended warranty on my computer. It turns out, Gene, that Costco gives me 2 years. 2 years of, whatever, spill, drop, break, kick it, light it on fire, shoot it with a gun, whatever happens. I got 2 years with Costco to bring the laptop in for either a full refund or a replacement. So I did not spend that $100 on that update. What that update is, for $99, all that does is buy me year 3. Year 3. Not year 1, not year 2. I already have those. That $99 would only add year 3 onto the contract. And I just, by year 3, I'm going to be in a wholly different economic situation, and I can well afford to buy any laptop I want to be able to buy at that time. So I did refrain from spending that $100. So if you want, I can refund that to you, or I can apply those funds to other uses, whichever you want, Gene. It's absolutely your call. If you want to, and if you insist that I go ahead and I do get that plan, as I understand it, all I need to do is call Costco, give them my receipt number within the next 30 days, and they can add that onto it. Put it towards the car fund then. Okay, Gene, thank you. I'm going to do that. I'm going to put that towards the car fund. Okay. Because when I looked at, they have all these brochures that the girl was trying to sell me on the deal, but she said, you've already got 2 years under Costco already, and the $99 gets you year 3. I was like, well, 3 years from now, this laptop, who knows? I mean, I might run it over with a car. Any number of things might happen in the next couple of years. So I wasn't going to worry about it. So thank you, Gene. I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll apply that $100 towards the car fund. So we're 10% of the way towards putting money together for the car fund. That's awesome. So putting Gene in quite the position. I was just telling it like it is, man. I mean, just telling it like it is. So it's his decision to decide to do whatever he wants. It was his funds. He can decide to spend them any way he wants. So in 3 years, it'll be old news. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. And frankly, my economic situation is going to change dramatically here in the next 12 months. So, at that point, I'll probably want to invest in a much, much, much better computer, a big, powerful gaming computer or a desktop or something substantially different. So, Now my computer's asking me a question here. Do you want to keep quick access on your taskbar? Sure, why not? I have no idea why it's asking me that, but all day long today, my computer has popped up all these little questions for me. It opens up a little bar, will pop up, and do you want this or do you want that, or how should we change this, or how it's been ongoing. Cortana, my computer has Cortana built in, and so Cortana keeps talking to me all day today. She recognizes my voice. So when I'm talking, she'll sometimes answer me when I ask a question to myself if I ask it out loud. So it's been kind of weird. It's like having this bizarre, ghost person on the boat with me who every so often responds to stuff. And every so often something will just pop up on my computer, asking me a question about something in the setup. It's been kind of weird. So my old computer did not do that. So wise decision not purchasing 3 years. Yeah, I thought so. Easy on the asking. You just hot a lot. Okay. Buying computer, it will come in handy for games and such. Well, not for games. This is a working computer. I don't game, Towboat. I don't play video games. I don't play computer games. Occasionally I'll play a game of solitaire on my cell phone. Like if I'm, sitting on the toilet waiting, I'll pull up or waiting in a bus, or if I'm stuck somewhere just waiting for something stupid I'll play a game of solitaire, but I don't play computer games. My computer is all about work. All about work. So the awesome $1.50 hot dog and drink deal. Nah, I wasn't there very long. All right, Frank Daniels wants a chili recipe. That's scary. Cortana is my new friend. Yeah, there you go. Yes, there's a girl on my computer. First night here, and you're questioning Carl. That's all right, Frank. It's all right, Frank. Let them question me. That's fine. It's the only way they learn. Frank, the captain promised need funds moratorium, I thought. Hey, have I asked for money tonight? I have not asked for anybody for any money tonight. So I'm not asking anybody for money. In fact, I was just thanking stuff and trying to get Gene to decide how he wanted me to make that change. So, hey, John Stratton, how you doing, man? I want to that was cool. Yeah, John, exactly. I mean, if I was a butthead, I would have just said, oh, yeah, I bought the insurance. But no, I mean, I didn't buy it, so I'm going to tell you I didn't buy it. Yeah, if only Cortana could get me coffee while underway. Wouldn't that be something, huh? Yep, I read 1984. Orwell, yep. They're watching and profiling you. Cover the mic. Yeah, Ronnie, I know I can turn Cortana off, but I'm kind of having some fun with it right now. I'm sorry, what's your email? And I'll send it to you. Give me a couple days. Okay. Not me, Carl Frank. Okay. Didn't know we were allowed to ask questions. Well, of course you're allowed to ask questions. No more fundraising. I hope a positive chat about travels and the adventures of ICW. Yep. Well, I'm not promising you there's not going to be more fundraising. I'm just saying there's going to be a short moratorium on fundraising. Okay, let's just make that very clear. There's a lot of expenses I'm going to have once I get to Florida, and I'm going to start fundraising for those very soon in preparation for those. I'm not going to wait till I get there and then try to raise funds. I'm going to try to build those funds up now, but I'm not going to be asking for funds today. Now, that doesn't mean Frank can't run my PayPal if that's what he chooses to do. I'm not asking for it. So, when it comes to dedicated funds. Well, thank you, Jane. Yep. Cortana can answer all kinds of fun questions. Okay. Yeah, well, some questions I don't know if I really want an answer to. So, change your dinghy name to Miss Rosie. Well, Towboat, I'm sorry if you were offended by that, but adding Miss to in front of Rosie was just a sign of affection and respect. But apparently some people out there just don't get that. So, it wasn't hit the gentleman's club. There you go, right? Yeah, not something I do. Not something I do, guys. I'm not the gentleman's club. I'm not the porn purveyor kind of person, guys. I just never have been. I'm not saying I'm some kind of, religious whack job. It's just never been my thing. So, Interface whether she's still observing you. Yeah, yeah. Well, I've noticed that like during the day, I'll be working on something and then she'll just pop up a question. Usually it's somehow related to whatever I'm doing, but it just seems kind of odd. Like, you know, there's like she's in there watching me. So she's paying attention. There you go, Pilot. I like beer too. No beer tonight, though. I'm going to be heading out early tomorrow. I'm not going to have any beer tonight. You know, I enjoy drinking a couple beers before I go to bed because it helps me sleep very well for the first half of the night. But then the second half of the night, I'm up peeing all the time. So sometimes drinking a beer before I go to bed becomes more of a problem. It allows me to fall asleep quickly, but then it keeps me up later in the morning when I'm trying to get some sleep. So, yes, I know I can turn her off. I know I can, Cortana can just be shut off. I know that, so. But that's okay. It's kind of like on your phone when you say, you know, hey Siri, she'll pop up and answer. You know, it's the same thing. So, John Stratton, I love beer, yes. In some of my songs, I have casually mentioned the fact that I like to drink beer. This little song is more to the point. Roll out the barrel and lend me your ear. I like beer. I'm not going to talk about what model computer I bought. I don't want to get dragged into those kind of conversations. So, delete Windows and install Linux. Okay, see, that's exactly the kind of stuff I just don't want to start going down that road tonight and be a whole tech show. So, pick up a drive bay so you could pull over your files, your new laptop. I already have a hard drive, so that would be Dirty Grandpa Doug selling. There you go, right? Oh, years of celibacy will make a man a little crazy. I'm not saying I'm celibate, Ray. I'm not saying I'm celibate at all. Beer don't like you. Okay. You're here to learn. Okay, well, you're in the wrong neighborhood if you're here to learn. I'm here to have fun. I'm here to enjoy myself. I'm here to move this boat down to Florida so I can go back to work. That's what I'm here doing. So, oh, my old laptop hard drive. Yeah, once I get down to Florida, I'll take it into a shop and I'll have the whole hard drive made in. I'll have the internal hard drive taken out. Well, actually, I can take it out. I'll take it to a shop and have them put it into a power pack. So, and then it'll act just like any one of my other hard drives. I'll be able to recover all the files on there. So, Towboat, you don't seem to understand how this whole society, this whole system works. It's not other people's money. No, it's not any more other people's money than when your boss pays you when you cash your paycheck. Is that still your boss's money or is that yours? It's the same deal. So get over it, sir. 15 bucks. What's 15 bucks? A herd of deer. That's what 15 bucks is a herd of deer. Oh, well, probably missing quite a bit, yes. Anyhow, so I came back from Costco. Actually, you know, first thing this morning I got up, took Miss Lily for a long run. She had a lot of fun today. There's a park right out front of the marina here where I can let her go out and run around. And then, oh, you mean one of those little USB things? Yeah, I have some of those little USB things, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about these USB things that plug into my USB. That's a 2 gigabyte hard drive. I have 2 of these. But they haven't been updated off my computer recently, not in a while, so I don't know how much stuff I'll be able to upload, but I will get to that another day. Thanks, Pilot. Case for it. I already have a case for it, Patrick. I already have a good computer case. I've taken my old computer out of it. My old computer is now wrapped up into my old briefcase and is put up in storage up in the V-berth. And so its nice computer case is now going to be dedicated to my new computer, which I haven't named yet. I have to name my computer. I have to figure a name out for it. I haven't done that set. So, USB drive mount fixes that issue. Okay. Okay, we're checking the chat. All right, whatever. I'm taking a bay. I'm talking of bay, you put your old laptop. Yes, I understood that, Thomas. I understand that. Yes. And when I put my old laptop hard drive into a bay, it looks like that. That's what I was trying to say. It looks like that. That actually is a 2 dig hard drive. But when you take the old hard drive out of the laptop, you put it in that, it will look just kind of like that. So, on back to the computer for do secure. Okay. For into internal hard drive case, yes. Start talking adventure again. There you go, Mike. I agree with that. That's kind of what I was trying to do. So, God damn is my dog's name. There you go. Oh gosh. How far do I hope to get tomorrow? I really don't know, Miss Shar. There's a lot of variables. I'm going to be going through an area that Navionics shows up in red on my Navionics instead of the usual black line. Red means I'm going to be going through some shallow water. If it's really shallow, it shows up as dots. So this isn't dots, but it's water that is not as deep as what it's supposed to be. And in this part of South Carolina, the ICW is supposed to be 12 feet deep. But so what I did is I researched it and I found out that the area that's in red is only 11 feet 8 inches. Apparently it filled in a few inches, and so it now shows up red in my Navionics because it's not a true 12 anymore. But I only draft 5, so I don't anticipate any problem going through there at all. So, hey, Clint, Miss Lily's doing great. She's right here. She's right here laying on the couch next to me. So, I don't know where I'll be staying in Savannah yet. We start a used car fund. Somebody match and I'll donate. Hey, 80, we already started it, but I'm not fundraising today. I'm not fundraising today. So, anyhow, I don't know where I'm going to be staying once I get to Savannah. Savannah is a couple, 3 days, 4 days away yet. I have been checking out some interesting stuff. There's a Facebook page called ICW Free Docs. And what it is, it's a directory, and it includes a interactive map that shows various docks between here and Marathon, Florida, and going up to, north as well, actually going all the way up north, up in New England. It shows free docks, different places that I can tie up for either just for the day, or some of them, a lot of them, you can tie up to overnight and spend the night for free at these free docks. And they're usually like a municipal dock. They're like a town dock, or, Chamber of Commerce dock, or, Tourism Association dock, or something like that. Some of them are restaurants that, you stop in, you have dinner, and you spend the night tied up to their dock. It's a dock and dine situation. Some of them are that scenario as well. There's a lot of those opportunities. So we've been researching that on my new computer today and identified a few of those places. So I'm hoping to take advantage of some of those. And there are some of those in Savannah. So that might be an option for me when I get to Savannah, which is why I was talking about this, because somebody asked where I'll be staying in Savannah. So Savannah on a rising tide. Okay. How many hours do you typically travel a day? When I'm traveling, I like to go as far as I can all day long. It's not uncommon for me to do a 9 or a 10-hour day. But if I do 2 or 3 9 or 10-hour days in a row, I'll usually take a rest day, or I will, take a short day, a 5-6 hour day, something like that. So, what's the biggest piece of advice you would give an aspiring sailor? Wow. Yeah, be prepared for a lot of things to go wrong. I guess that's the thing I would, and do not set a schedule. So, yeah, TIG is also a term for like a megabyte, a gigabyte, a TIG byte is just another name for a size of a hard drive. So, rule of thumb, the ICW transit is 50 miles a day. Carl stays right with that. Not quite. Not quite. I have a slow boat, Adam. I don't quite make 50 miles a day. on a big long push day, I'll make 50. More often than not, I'm only making 40 because I have a small boat. So my boat doesn't go that fast. I'm usually the boat everybody's passing. I leave early in the morning, usually before everybody else gets going, and then during the day, everybody passes me, and then they get to an anchorage, and then I roll into that anchorage, a few hours later, because I'm going longer and matching them distance for distance. What takes me 10 hours, a lot of these boats are doing in 7 hours, 6 hours, and it takes me 10 because I'm going much slower than they are. So. It's out for me then. That's a long good on you then. Yeah, it's a long day. You were fundraising in the Uber today. No, I wasn't fundraising. I did mention that I have PayPal and Patreon, but I don't recall doing any specific fundraising other than mentioning that I have those. If you're offended by the fact that I mentioned that I have Patreon and that, well, you're just going to have to get over that. So, one for the sea. There you go. Yep, terabyte, also known as a TIG. Terabyte, yep, terabyte, also known as a TIG. People refer to it as TIGs. Get over yourselves, people. So after taking my lesson, I'm thinking about buying a boat. What do you think is a minimum size blue water boat and why? Very good question, Gene. I'm going to say, Gene, that you really want to start out, first you have to analyze how big your group is. If it's just you and your wife, just the two of you, then you want to go as small as possible, but big enough that you're still comfortable. You won't be transporting probably nearly as much crap as I have on my boat because I'm basically moving all my stuff with me while I'm going. So, like for example, right next to me, there's a beautiful like 32, 33 foot island packet. Beautiful boat. It would be great for a couple to sail around the world on a 33 foot island packet. 35 to 36, 37 feet makes it a lot more comfortable for two people. If you have a lot of gear, you might want to think about 40 to 42. But and again, it also depends on the quality of the boat that you're buying. You buy something like an island packet that's very well thought out, very well organized, very well equipped, high quality from end to end. So you can go a little bit smaller. It's still going to be pricey, but you can go a little bit smaller and have a very good, safe boat that can sail around the world. So, okay, Gene, Cape Dory 30 would be a great first water boat. Oh, Cape Dory, yeah, could be. You just have Patreon or PayPal these days. Yep, every YouTuber in the sailing genre. Well, not every. There might be 2 or 3 that don't, but everybody else does. Buy as much boat as you can afford. That's true. Not much sailing going on here, folks. Okay, good for you, towboat. I'm just living on a sailboat full time, traveling down the ICW. But you're right. I don't do any sailing. But your words last night, if you reach dollars no more a week. 80, it's not a lie. People are just so ridiculous with this kind of nonsense. I'm sorry. It's not a lie. I'm not trying to raise money for any particular purpose. I'm not hitting anybody for money today. I'm not talking about raising money today. Yes, Mike, I see that and I agree with you that I will do that, okay? As well as some others apparently. So if you think I lied about it, just get over yourself. That's ridiculous. Island packet has major rudder problems. Okay. Towboat was timed out. There you go. Right, nobody else. Okay, Thomas, you go with that, man. Hello, Marie. How you doing? Hello, John Dolan. I'm sorry I didn't say hello to you earlier. I was distracted here. Sorry about that. Breathe deeply. Yep. Alrighty then. So, yep. I don't understand. This kind of mentality. Everybody's so upset about stuff. I'm not fundraising tonight, guys. I've not said a word about it, except at the end of my video, I'm going to remind you that there's PayPal and Patreon. I'm only going to do it at the end of the video, though. I'm saying it now so that you're prepared, so you won't get upset when you see it at the end of the video. Oh, aluminum brackets on island packet rudders come off of them. Yes, Bill, I understand that was a problem. It was. I also understand that they have redesigned that and fixed that problem. So, I don't know. There's not a single boat in the world, not a single boat or a single boat model. Yep, Frank, I agree. That you're going to find that's going to be perfect in every way. Every boat model out there has some nuances that are problematic to just that particular boat. So, just like my cowl here. The problem with these cowls is the compression post doesn't have a solid base. A lot of these boats have a wood block at the bottom of the compression post down in the bilge. Those rot out and the boat starts having problems. Now there are manufacturers that are making new replacement aluminum supports for the compression post that you can put in there. You've been looking at the 35, 38 foot Benetals. Gene, they're a great, the Benetals are a great little boat. There's some question about whether or not they're a blue water boat. They're built a little light for that kind of stuff. They're in a great price range. They're very, very popular with the cruising charter business. A lot of the charter companies are using the Benetals for the price break. They're a nice looking boat. They present themselves well. The hardware is, of normal average type quality. But I would be uncomfortable buying a Benetal for something that I'm going to be using for crossing oceans. Now, with that said, Benetal has been very successful with those models, and is buying up a whole bunch of other boat manufacturers. Benetal is now part of a very large consortium of a whole bunch of boats that are all together. The upgrade of the Benetal is the Juno. The Juno is, I believe, made by the same company now, and is just a little bit just a little bit better quality, I guess. So, anyhow. Most Cape dories are still in New England and hauled each winter rather than being beat up all year in the Florida sun. Okay, yeah, that's true. Hello, Marie. How you doing? You're posting since from the beginning. Do you have top chat or live chat? I think I have live chat on. Yes, I have live chat on, Marie. The Vagabond did what with one? Being able to cross an ocean once is not make a blue water boat. Marie, just like he says, if you don't like it, don't watch. Yeah, that's true. But Marie is fine, Troll Sniper. Leave Marie alone. Older Pearsons, Bristols, Cape Dories, West Sails. You want to go wrong? Blue water cruising for 44 years. And I would agree with any of those choices. Frankly, any of those choices. But be prepared. I mean, those are all older model boats that are going to take a lot of money to be invested in them and bring them up to speed. So, and Morgans, again, Morgans can be good boats. So, do we screw them and how? There you go. What kind of boat did that young Australian girl use to circumnavigate a few years ago? Ooh, yeah, I don't remember stuck in BC. I don't remember. So, yeah, the Benetals are a very popular brand boat right now. But then there's some other boats out there, like Hunters have a real bad reputation. But Hunter was just bought out by Marlowe. And Marlowe has done a complete redesign on the Hunters. And so the new Hunters coming out of the factory looked like they're being made a much better quality build than the old Hunters were. And so, but the word is still out on them as to how they're going to be. Good price point, very comfortable boat, very, very well designed, good use of space, very open, spacious, airy salons and stuff. But time will tell how they're going to fare over time. So I guess it's a choice thing. You just got to shop around. Gene, what I would really recommend, if I can throw out a suggestion for you, and kind of knowing a little bit about your situation, try to charter some different boats. Try to go down and like go down to the BVI's or something and charter. If you're thinking about a Beneteau particular model, go down to the BVI and charter one for a week, sail it around, and see how you like it. Of course, you're not going to get much in the way of heavy weather, that kind of stuff in the BVI. It's usually, eye to eye, you're at this island, you're going to sail to that island. It's all usually pretty calm blue water, not very difficult stuff, but still, it will be a good experience to get on those boats and try them out and see, what you like. So that would be the best suggestion I could give you, I guess. So Liz Clark on YouTube, she's been sailing a Cal 39 for 10 years in the South Pacific. There you go. For sale, you can usually find a forum for any brand. Yes, there is a forum. There's an owners group on Facebook for just about every model boat in the world. So, last couple of you, yes, Leia is actually on an Albin Vega 27. Now, I got to tell you, though, stuck in BC, an Albin Vega 27 is a very, very small boat, and Chuck and Laura are very small people on that Albin Vega. So it takes a certain kind of person that can cross from Alaska to Hawaii, as they have a couple of times, on that small of a boat. But yes, the boat's capable of doing that. Diesel in and spray and run. Okay. By Colonel Captain. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Hunters are always crap pre-1988. Yep, I agree, Freedom. I agree. The old Hunters were not very good. Pearson 35 with this condition. You will certainly be a blue water capable. Okay. You're just upset today because I made a challenge a few days ago and Carl's friends beat that challenge. I made a challenge for 11 days. Yes, you did, John Dolan, and I greatly appreciate it. But yes, I agree, John. A lot of these trolls are just upset over, I guess, success. They don't like to see success. And, you put a challenge out there, and the other people met that challenge, and now I have a computer so I can get back to editing and getting some work done. And I also have a little nest egg. I have a little nest egg, so... I did have to kind of laugh, though. I want to touch base on a comment made on my channel. Somebody was like, well, you just got $2,000. You don't need any money for anything. Well, yeah, I did just get $2,000, and I spent almost $1,000 on a laptop computer, and I spent the other $1,000 on a very expensive throttle cable repair and marina stays. Life costs money, guys, and I raised the money for the dinghy. So some of those funds went to all of those things. So it's not like I just got it and now I've got $2,000 still sitting in the bank. You can't go out and buy all these things and still have the money sitting in the bank. So, I don't know why people get so bent out of shape about that, but, there's a lot of misinformation going on out there about what's going on and what my economic situation is. And here's the rub, guys. It's none of anybody's business. It's my business and my business alone. And if people want to donate and contribute to that, that's fine, and that's their business, not yours. So I don't know why so many people feel like they have a right to jump in here and criticize or condemn when they don't have a clue what they're talking about. They certainly didn't donate to anything. I'm a home brewer. Oh, Gene, there we go. Now we got something to talk about. Homebrew. Keo. I like the European, not too hoppy. The Heineken, Beck's, that kind of stuff. But I found a homebrew recipe for a beer called Keo. Keo. It's from Cyprus. It's from the Greek side of Cyprus. Excellent beer. Excellent beer. If you can find a recipe for that, you should try making Keo. One of my favorites. So, they're against anyone who donates to Carl or even follows them. That's true, Frank. I am not using the new computer for the live stream. I'm using my cell phone, but it just went through a big update. So, For the dinghy, this money did not go for the dinghy. Okay, I'm glad you're aware of that, Blue Water. I'm glad, Blue Water, that you have such a detailed knowledge about my finances. Wow, I didn't see your name in my accounting. Trolls want to bring you down. It isn't worth. Martin, they'll never bring me down. They're on other channels. Yeah, I know, Marie. They're just all a Twitter. I'll use that term. They're all a Twitter over it. Oh man. Oh well, guys. You know what? We're having a lot of success here. We're having a lot of fun. We're building a great community, and we're moving on, whether they like it or not. So let them jump up and down and yell and scream. All they're doing is shouting to the dark. So on YouTube, that's how they Cape Dory 30 from Asia safely. Cool. One amount of homebrew IPA. I jumped to Harpoon IPA. Okay, there you go. There you go. Get back to sailing. Gene, where are you? Maybe community do a little research for you. You said someone went from Alaska to Hawaii, 27-foot boat. Well, that takes balls. Yeah, John Stratton. They have a YouTube channel called Leolea. Lealea. Leolea. It's Chuck and Laura are the couple's name. They're currently in Alaska right now, house sitting for some people, weathering out the winter. They spent this whole last year doing a complete refit of their Alban Vega. So they've been have some interesting videos. If you're interested in seeing how they gutted their Alban Vega right down to the fiberglass, and rebuilt it, all of the bulkheads, everything from the floor up, and did an amazing job with it. So Leolea is an interesting channel to watch. So. How close are you back to Florida? I'm roughly 700 miles from Marathon. It's hard keeping track of all your half-truths. Okay, you know what? You're just gone. I'm done, tugboat. Goodbye. Subs continue to climb. Put that in the pipe and smoke it. There you go. What's wrong with my stories? Made my own wine with grape juice, sugar, and bread yeast. Huh. Make it when I was in prison and much. Oh wow, that's okay. Sorry to know that, man. Huh. At least we know what Carl looks like. I'm in a blue water and towboat for the dustbin. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah, well, Mike, you're a little behind. I already just got rid of towboat. He's gone. He's gone. And your thing came up so quickly I didn't get to read it all. Who was the other one? I think you mentioned two there. Oh, who's that orders them to go to your live stream every night? Yeah, I know. They can't think for themselves. Thank you, Smokin'. Appreciate that, man. And who you say that's stuck? I need a new laptop. I was hoping to learn more about the one you bought at Costco. Going to post any? Nope, not posting any information about it at all, Chris, because if I do that, we're just going to get... Okay, Blue Water. Yep, I got it. If I do that, it's just going to start a whole big argument that I don't want to deal with, so... Okay. 2 blocks from Miller Park. I have no idea where that at, but okay, I'm just gonna, guys, I'm gonna do a little housekeeping here right now. So I know I'm not doing these necessarily in order or for any particular reason right now, just doing a little house cleaning. So hope you guys don't mind. Fruit juice, sorry, it's just me, I overstepped, thanks. Okay. Hello, Captain Crunch. Oh, sorry, Mr. Yeah, don't worry about it, Frank. Blue Water's gone. Life's too short, guys. Life's too short for all the arguments and stuff. We're having too much fun here. So, anyhow, Lily 2 is in great shape. The dinghy. I pulled the dinghy. I got a story to tell on myself, guys. Oh, I got a story to tell on myself here. So, Yep, Mike, I got the computer. Okay. And Bill, I'll answer. Okay, Westell. Good. Okay. I got a story to tell on myself. So I remember I was having problems. I couldn't get the outboard motor started on my dinghy. So I pulled the dinghy up onto the dock today, and because it was not raining, it was a nice day for me to do that when I got back from, and I was waiting for my computer to upload a program, waiting for it to upload Adobe. It took like forever to upload Premiere Pro. I think the internet here is very slow, but it took like an hour to upload one program. Anyhow, so I pulled the dinghy up on deck, and because I had to drain the water out of it, the butt plug in my dinghy was loose and not really tight, so I tightened it up and got it in there, so it's now holding and not leaking anymore. But I looked at my outboard motor, and I realized why my outboard motor wouldn't start. There's a little switch on there for turning the fuel on. I had shut the fuel off, and I didn't notice on the back side of the engine there's a little switch to turn the fuel back on. I never turned the fuel back on, so even though I'm adjusting all the knobs trying to get the damn thing started, it wasn't going to start because I had the fuel turned off. So I opened the fuel valve, first pull fired right up, ran perfectly. Yep. Oh, it was funny too because Dale was there with me when I was trying to start. He was sort of watching. He was like, "Man, it sounds like it's not getting any fuel." I'm like, "I know, but it's got fuel. It should be getting fuel." Well, no, it wasn't getting fuel because I had the fuel valve turned off. So it did not get fuel in the carburetor. It didn't get fuel in anything else. It didn't get fuel in anything because I had the fuel valve shut off. So, oh well. I also had the cap, but I had loosened the cap on top to allow air in the gas tank so it would, it doesn't have a vacuum. But I did forget to turn the valve on. So the dinghy is working just fine, guys. Wrangell, Alaska is where Leila moved to pull out and take care of the bottom. Great channel. Yep, Marie, you're absolutely correct. 7-hour, 20-minute baseball game last night. Wow. We're going to finally start living on $600 a month. Okay, you know what? Let's just, goodbye. Oh, okay. Waukesha already got him. Okay, sorry about that, Waukesha. Thanks, man. Yeah, I know. You guys just think so. I mean, it's like elementary school around here, guys. You say poop and everybody laughs. So having fuel closed doesn't count. It's a bottom plug, not a butt. Okay. Well, Stuck, it's just more fun to say butt plug than bottom plug, It's just more fun. Most blue waters, by definition, full keeled and be slow. Okay. Well, Gene said blue water boat. So I was taking him at his word. But yeah, it's up to Gene to figure out exactly what he needs, so. Some people think that a blue water boat would be safer for coastal cruising, and in fact it may be, but it's also slower. The Beneteau that Gene mentioned, that would be a nice fast boat for sailing up and down the East Coast. It would be actually ideal for sailing up and down the East Coast. Some of them would not be great for the ICW because some of them have a pretty deep draft, but they'd be fine for going up and down the East Coast. So, plugs are fun. We call them bungs. Yeah, well, we have bungs too. Yep. Forgive me, he's Canadian. 18 innings. Wow, Miss Shar. I guess I missed that. I have to admit, guys, being here on the boat, I miss out on a lot of stuff, It wasn't until I got an email earlier today from one of the viewers that I found out about the shooting that went on today. I don't get the news here, so it's just me. Don't snap at me. I'm just talking out loud to Gene. Okay, Adam, I didn't think I was snapping at you, but okay. Can you use cornmeal to make a mash? Troll Sniper, I have no idea. Selling homes in Marathon, Florida. Yes, that's probably my ex-wife, but if you knew anything about what you were really talking about, because of course anybody can look that up easy enough, you'll find out that she's not active. She may have a license, but she's not doing any work. So she works for some air conditioning firm now, I understand. But I'm glad you just had fun with that, 80 cal. I think that's, you apparently think that's important. So, but not as slow when the fin keel comes off. Oh, that's true. That's true. It's one of the things I like about the cal. My cal has an encapsulated keel, so it's not a bolt-on keel. It's not going to fall off. Some of them will fall off though. Ended at 3:30 East Coast time. Wow. Huh. Very interesting. Okay, guys, we're 55 minutes into this, so let's go ahead and do shameless shout out. Anybody want to promote their YouTube channel, go ahead and give themselves a shameless shout out and try to get yourself some subscribers. I like helping other YouTubers if I can, so jump on there and see if you can get that done. Well, you guys actually stayed up and watched that baseball game. See, I miss all that. I don't have TV or adequate high-speed internet to be watching baseball games. So I missed all that. I'm lucky that my AT&T account gives me some television. I get Thursday night football. That's the extent of my sports for the week is Thursday night football games. So, and I missed it this Thursday. I didn't get to watch it this last one. So, okay. Well, anyhow, guys, seems like nobody's doing any shameless shout outs. So, I don't know what else you guys want to talk about. I think we're pretty much there. The boat's working good. Everything on the boat here is fine. The dinghy's fine. The dinghy's fine. If I can get my head out of my butt and realize I have to turn the little switch on there. So, yep. Okay. Goodbye. Other than that, the boat is just fine. So, this marina here has been pretty rolly. Although last night was not bad. Last night was pretty still here in this marina compared to the night before. It was pretty good. So. But I'm going to be heading out of here very early in the morning and heading up Wapo Creek. And you don't need high speed. Well, that may very well be true, but I just need access without burning up my limited gigabyte access that I have through my cell phone. So I go for a spin the dinghy. I did a whopping 3.3 push around. Okay. Yeah, Mike, I've already used the dinghy before. I put the motor on it and already ran it around before. No, the 3.3 does not push that dinghy very fast. But it's what I have, so. But it's also the reason why, some people say, well, why don't you anchor out and use the dinghy to go ashore? Well, my dinghy barely does 3 miles an hour, and a lot of the places where I'm at here, I'm looking at a 3 mile an hour current. So I can't take that dinghy and go to shore because the dinghy is actually, the water's flowing faster than the outboard can push the dinghy. So now if I had a nice 20 horsepower on the back, which is what it's rated, yeah, I could get around just fine. But my little 3.3 horsepower with me in that boat, we're not going very fast. We're not going very fast at all. So just the way it is. Anyhow. Game 4 starts in a few, guys. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end this. We're here at the hour mark anyway. Once again, I really want to thank all the people that donated and helped out with the fundraising, and especially John Dolan for offering his match. That was just incredible, and I really appreciate that. True to what I said, I've tried not to say anything about doing any fundraising, but as I said, I will end by saying and reminding everybody, there is a link in the description down below for my PayPal and Patreon should you want to contribute to the adventure. That's all I'm saying. I'm not promoting it like I normally do. So there you go. With that said, guys, be good, be careful, take good care of each other, kids, and we will see everybody tomorrow. I'll do a live stream tomorrow morning at some point while I'm out running around. So good night, everybody. Have fun.